Hello viewers, I am Muhammad Abdul Habib. Welcome you all to our channel Habib Sir Classes. In this video, we'll be discussing the chapter recording of business transactions, journal entries. Let us have a problem for this. Here is the problem, page number 63, question number 5.
Generalize the following transactions in books of Dinesh.
The transactions are given for the year
2019.
The transactions are given for the month of April, and the first transaction is given on April 1. The transaction is given as
Dinesh started business with cash, rupees 50,000.
Here is the solution. The format for journal entries is date, particulars, LF, which stands for, and the heading will be taken as journal entries in books of Mr. Dinesh. As the transactions are given on 1st April 2019, here the date will be taken as 2019 April 1st. So Dinesh has started business with cash 50,000. So cash is coming into the business. So cash will be debited, and here it will be recorded. The investment which has been done by the owners में invest करते उसको capital बोलते. ये transaction में business में पैसा आ रहा, so cash account debit, cash will be debited, and the investment which has been done into the business, it will be called as capital. So capital will be recorded on credit side, and the narration will be recorded as being business started. Coming to the next transaction. The next transaction is on
April 2.
April 2nd. The transaction is given as
sale of goods for cash,
10,000 rupees. So the date will be taken as April 2nd, sale of goods for cash. So we are selling goods, and in return we'll be receiving cash. So cash, as it is coming into the business, it will be debited, and it will be recorded on debit side as cash account debit. 10,000 will be recorded on debit side. We are receiving cash because we are selling goods. Sales, as it is an income, it will be recorded on credit side as to sales account, and 10,000 will be recorded on credit side, and the narration will be recorded as being goods sold for cash. Coming to the next transaction, which is on 2019
April 4.
The transaction is given as
purchase of goods for cash, 15,000.
So here the date will be taken as 2019 April 4. Purchases, as it is an expenditure, it will be debited. So here it will be recorded as purchases account debit. 15,000 will be recorded on debit side. As we are purchasing goods, in return we need to make business, it will be credited. So the general entry will be purchases account debit 15,000 to cash account 15,000, and the narration will be recorded as being goods purchased for cash. Coming to the next transaction, which is on 2019 April 6. The transaction is given as
sold plant and machinery for cash, 5,000.
So we are selling goods, we are selling plant and machinery. So first here the date will be taken as 2019 April 6. As we are selling plant and machinery, we will be receiving cash in return. So cash, as it is coming into the business, it will be debited. So the general entry will be cash account debit, 5,000 will be debited. In return, we will be giving plant and machinery. So as plant and machinery is going from the business, it will be credited as to plant and machinery account. So the general entry will be cash account debit to plant and machinery account. It will be recorded as cash account debit 5,000 to plant and machinery account 5,000, and the narration will be recorded as being plant and machinery sold for cash. Coming to our next transaction on 2019 April 10. The transaction is given as
cash paid to Rahim, 3,000.
Here the date will be taken as 2019 April 10. So we are paying cash to Rahim. Rahim, he is the receiver of cash. So his name will be debited. So the general entry will be Rahim account debit. 3,000 will be recorded on debit side. As cash is going from the business, cash will be credited. So here it will be recorded as to cash account, and 3,000 will be recorded on credit side, and the narration will be recorded as being cash paid to Rahim. Coming to our next transaction and the last transaction for the problem, which is on 2019 April
14.
The transaction is given as
salaries paid, 8,000.
Here the date will be taken as 2019 April 14. Salaries paid. As we are paying salaries, it is an expenditure to the business. So as per rules of nominal account, salaries, as it is an expenditure, it will be debited. So salaries account debit 8,000 rupees. As we are paying salaries, cash will be going from the business. So as cash is going from the business, it will be credited as to cash account. So the general entry will be salaries account debit to cash account, and it will be recorded as salaries account debit 8,000 to cash account 8,000, and the narration will be taken as being salaries paid. So these were the transactions which we have discussed individually. This is how our solution should appear. The heading will be taken as journal entries in books of Dinesh. The format for journal entries is date, particulars, LF, which stands for ledger folio, debit amount rupees, credit amount rupees. These transactions, journal entries. So this is how our solution should appear. Hope you all have understood the topic. See you all in next video. Thank you.